Meeting called to order. Roll call.
Mr. Albro?
Present.
Ms. Calderon? Mr. DeCosta?
Present.
Ms. Coffinger?
Here.
Mr. Lombardi?
Present.
Mr. Luna?
Here.
Ms. Ryan?
Here.
Vice President Dunn?
Here.
President Gomez?
Here.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law, the New Milford Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having the date, time, and place thereof in the record, New Milford Public Library, New Milford Borough Hall, and the main office of all New Milford Public Schools. The board announces that under its long-standing policy, it will not discuss in public any comments made by members of the public concerning individual staff members. At this time, please be advised that all cell phones and electronic devices are to be turned off. Meetings of the board are open to the public, and all members of the community should feel free to participate. Before coming to the board, the chain of command should be followed. There are two portions of the meeting reserved for comments from the public. The first at the beginning of the meeting for agenda items only, and the second at the end of the meeting for other items. Issues raised by the public may or may not be responded to by the board, but all comments will be considered. The board requests that all members of the public be mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Due to confidentiality and legal rights afforded by the state of New Jersey, members of the public are asked to not speak negatively or in a derogatory manner about any employee of the board or any student. Okay, for committee of the whole, I seek a motion to approve the minutes for January 3rd, organization, January 3rd close, January 17th regular, January 17th closed, first, January closed second, 17th, I'm sorry, closed, and January 3rd special meeting. I need a second. Tony Albro, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so Mackenzie's not here today. Aye. She went to the meetings, great.
Need some energy. That was my coffee.
Okay. Yes. And now your last superintendent of schools report.
Oh. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Okay, so we'll start with good news. At Berkeley Street School, on January 26th, Berkeley fifth graders and their teachers worked with Jenny Mills from Roots and Wings founder. She designed a No Ego in Amigo program to strengthen students' social and emotional skills. The assembly was interactive and enjoyed by all. In addition, she worked with the lunch aides and classroom instructional assistants to help them gain skills to better support our students in unstructured settings like recess. The sessions were well received by all. Ms. Mills will be joining us for our parent wellness event later this spring as a keynote speaker. In the evening, 4th and 5th grade students and their parents joined the elementary administrative team, Ms. Zacher and NJ4S, for a workshop on HIV. Students enjoyed a spaghetti dinner served by New Milford High School students and then participated in many role-playing activities while parents heard from the NJ4S presenters and had an opportunity to ask questions. The winter concert was a huge hit, very well attended in spite of the inclement weather, and the children were outstanding. The Berkeley Tricky Tray fundraiser was held on February 1st. Our wonderful PTO put together a fun and well-attended event. We had a great time. Food and prizes were wonderful, and the company was the best. We did laugh a lot, and we won a lot. Everybody at our table won something. We'd also like to thank the PTO for the planetarium experience they funded for grades K through 5, as well as the upcoming author visit on February 23rd. The students always enjoy the wonderful events that the PTO sponsors. We are at Gibbs. We're excited to share that BF Gibbs Elementary School will be participating in the Kids Heart Challenge during the month of March. Your child will be learning about the American Heart Association and the reason we participate in this annual event, as well as the importance of heart health during their PE classes. February 14th marked the 100th day of school. We are officially at the halfway mark of our school year. I guess we're beyond it. The March Madness competition will begin on Monday, March 4th and end on March 31st. This competition is designed to help us strengthen our students' fact fluency. Students will be provided math fact fluency logs to be completed at home. On February 12th, the BF Gibbs Instagram account went live. We're excited to share the many amazing events happening here at Gibbs during the school day. Please be sure to check each day for updates. At the middle school, February has been a big month in the middle school. We started by welcoming Josh Rivedal, who spoke to all of our students about mental health and how the change in the stigma behind needing help for anxiety or depression, and how to change the stigma about needing help for anxiety or depression. Mr. Rivedal also worked with our teachers to understand the warning signs as well as maintain your own balance in the area of mental health. Our Service Learning Club took a trip to Hannah's Closet, where they unpacked boxes of donated clothes and stocked shelves in a way for families in need to easily shop and find clothing items. This is an annual event for our Service Learning Club members, and we were elated that over 30 student volunteers participated in the event. We held our school-wide spelling bee at DEO, and congratulations to the school winners. Ayush Madar and Alessandra Stancato in third place, Banav Bhushan in second, and Eli Nybert in first. Eli will be competing at the state level on March 12th in Trenton. Our 8th graders were also available to say the Voices of the Holocaust, the project that's designed to give students an understanding of the events propagated by the Nazi Party during World War II while showing the resilience and love of the Jewish people. The program and message are essential to all middle school-aged individuals, and we're looking to make this a yearly experience for our 8th graders. We welcomed high school Spanish students to run cultural events with our 8th grade Spanish students. And we are in the midst of a locker decorating pride project that is being sponsored and facilitated by our Spectrum Thrive Club. The theme is love and pride. Please check out the images on our X feed, formerly known as, which is on the front page of the DEO website. And just a reminder that Shrek Jr. will be at the middle school on March 7th, 8th, and 9th, and I know that it is really coming along beautifully. It's a big cast, and the kids are excited to perform, so if you have the opportunity, buy a ticket, take your kids to go see Shrek Jr. I'd also like to mention that we have Kim Corzelius, Dan Freed, Heidi Haderthauer, Julia Berenstein, and the music team at the middle school all working together on this show. At the high school, congratulations to our January Students of the Month. Natalie Camisa, grade 12, Covenant Badmus, grade 11, Jonah Chaco, grade 10, Ethan Quijeda, grade 9. Special thanks to Mr. Catiers for setting up internships for our students this summer. Jonah Chaco will be interning with State Senator Joe Lagana in the 38th Legislative District, and Maya Axelrod will be interning with State Senator Kristen Corrado from the 40th Legislative District. Senior Amaya Carruthers has been selected as the 2024 Bergen County Unsung Hero by the administration at New Milford High School. Congratulations on this remarkable recognition. Robert Acera, County Activities Coordinator for Bergen County, New Jersey School Boards Association. And there is a missing end of the sentence, what Robert Acera did. I don't know, I must have missed that. Okay. Our Project Unified basketball team will be competing, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite events of the year. Competing against Bloomfield High School on Friday, February 23rd, that's this Friday, at 12:30 p.m. in the Pevney Gymnasium. If you have never had the opportunity to see the Project Unified basketball team compete, it is one of the most endearing events that we have. We love it. The Empty Bowls fundraiser will be held on Friday, March 8th from 5 to 8 p.m. in the New Milford High School cafeteria. And if you're looking for, double duty on one night out, you can go out on Friday, March 8th, go to the New Milford High School cafeteria, have a bowl of soup. I know Mrs. Torp makes her famous tortellini soup, and then shoot over to the middle school and go and see Shrek Jr. Special thanks to Ms. Venezia and all of the ceramic students that made hundreds of bowls. The high school spring musical alumni concert is on Friday, March 15th in the auditorium from 7:30 to 10 p.m. It is always a wonderful show, sure to please. It is Disney themed this year and should be great. The New Milford High School Vendor Fair is scheduled the next day for March 16th in the New Milford High School cafeteria, and it's definitely something, if you like craft shows and this is your thing, you should go. They have sold out of all of their vendor spots. There are no more vendor spots available, so it should be a packed room and a lot of good crafts. Congratulations to the high school PE department. Over $1,100 was raised during Jump Rope for Heart last week for the American Heart Association. In athletics, congratulations to the boys basketball team who won the school's first league championship since 2014, qualified for the prestigious Bergen County Jamboree, and are seeded third in the state tournament, which begins Thursday at home versus Hasbrook Heights at 4:30 p.m. The girls basketball team will be facing Kinnelon on Thursday at 6 p.m. at Kinnelon in their state tournament. Head boys basketball coach Hershey Groff was named Coach of the Year for the Liberty Division. Congratulations to Mr. Groff. Congratulations to Devin Ryan, Jersey Ryan, and James Spates, who each medaled at last week's districts to qualify for the regionals this upcoming weekend at West Milford High School. Devin Ryan won the 120-pound weight class and was the most outstanding wrestler. Congratulations to Fabiana Ajetin Moby, who set a school record in the 55-meter high hurdles this past weekend and qualified for the indoor track meet of champions. Congratulations to bowler Jaden Canuella, who bowled a conference high game of 267 2 weeks ago at Parkway Lanes. He also set the high series for the NJIC season. Congratulations to our competition cheerleading team, who finished first at the David Brearley competition on February 3rd, and were also grand champions. Good luck at the state tournament this upcoming weekend. This is a very, very busy time. Congratulations to swimmer Santino Ermita, who finished second in 2 events at the NJIC conference meet. A full list of all league names for each sport will be shared next month after the meets are complete. Amaya Carruthers was selected as New Milford High School's National Girls and Women in Sports Day representative with the NJSIAA. Amaya and her family attended a basketball game at Rutgers University in February. More than $2,100 was raised for scholarships at our annual Pevney Nights. Great job by everyone involved, and thank you for everybody who volunteered. In special education, we'd like to congratulate the following people who received a special education shout out for their dedication and outstanding work during the month of February. Justin Vasquez, Laura Impimeni, Tamar Schulman, and Stephanie Carsos, and Marie Dunbar. The Department of Special Services will celebrate World Down Syndrome Day on March 21st. Everyone is encouraged to wear crazy socks that day to show their support. We will also celebrate Autism Awareness the week of March 25th through 28th, concluding with everyone encouraged to wear an Autism Awareness pin. The pins are being assembled by students and clients in our IBC Middle School, High School, and Wings Academy programs. Support our students on March 28th by purchasing and wearing a pin. I believe they're $1. In technology, the work continues on the build of the new website, which should be rolled out before the end of the year. It's a lot of work, a lot of pages. Okay, that's the end of my good news. As I share my final good news report with all of you, I am filled with mixed emotions. It's been an incredible journey serving the schools and the families in New Milford, and I am immensely grateful for the opportunities that I've had here to work alongside such incredible leaders, teachers, parents, and of course, the students. And as I prepare to embark on a new chapter, I just want to take a moment to express my sincerest gratitude to the board for trusting me to do good work here for a cumulative 11 years. It's the support of the board that makes everything worthwhile, because without your support, we don't move forward. So I appreciate that so very much. I will miss this community dearly. So, but I leave with immense pride in knowing that all that we've accomplished together, and I thank you for the memories and the friendships. I also wish the board the very best to you in your most important work to date, which would be to hire your next superintendent. And of course, I wish Lauren smooth sailing in your transition, and I thank Stephanie for her partnership, and I wish you all continued success and growth. Thank you.
Anyone want to say anything or have any questions, comments? Okay. Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction Report, Lauren Adoxa.
I do not have a report, but just a reminder to parents and families who may be watching this evening, we're in the midst of scheduling season. So I know that there are some important reminders coming out from the schools. I just received one earlier today from the middle school. So keep an eye on your email. And for high school parents, the program of studies is available on the website and can be found under guidance. So there are some great resources there, and reach out if you have any questions. Also earlier today, we disseminated a letter regarding the Profile of a Graduate initiative, and that letter contained important information regarding our next steps and different options for your participation and what those options may look like. There will be a series of live meetings throughout the month of March, which are informative and help share the philosophy of the development of a profile of a graduate of New Milford, and also an opportunity to express interest in joining our select steering committee, which will include representatives from many different stakeholder groups. If you're interested in knowing which stakeholder groups will be represented in that committee, they are found within the Google form that is linked in the letter. And I feel like there were 3, what am I missing?
And then
The 5?
after the presentations in March, there'll be a survey in March.
The survey which will provide an opportunity for all of our community members to share their feedback and help form the development of the profile.
Thank you. Any questions? Business Administrator Report, Stephanie Kuchar.
I have no report this evening, thank you.
Any liaison board committee reports? Joe?
We had a committee meeting of public relations on Sunday. I mentioned that last night. Once again, thank you to everybody who took the time out of their schedule on a Sunday to meet. The meeting was really to determine with the upcoming CSA search what, if anything, the PR, Public Relations Committee's role in that would be. It was basically determined that in the event that a search firm was retained, which is on the agenda to do so tonight, they would likely take the lead with that, and that the role, for the most part, of the Public Relations Committee at President Gomez's direction would be to assist with getting that information out that has been published, so that as many stakeholders as possible are aware of the timelines and intervals of things moving forward. It was also brought up that in the event, we had talked about a potential referendum down the road. In the event that that was to come to fruition, that this would actually be a good opportunity to kind of, for public relations, to get things in motion, so that if and when a referendum did happen, we kind of already have an outline as to how to forward that information. That's it.
Thank you. Any other committee reports? No, we did some yesterday. Any correspondence?
None this evening.
Okay, open to the public for items on the agenda. As outlined in New Milford Board of Education Bylaw 0167, each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes. Seek a motion?
Motion.
Paige Ryan, seconded by John DeCosta. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Please state your full name and town, please.
My name is Connie Andrews, and I live in Milford. I would just like to make a statement to Mrs. Shannon, and I just want to let you know that it's completely understandable why you are leaving this district, but it is a huge loss for us. And I want to thank you for your service here. You have been inspirational to many. You have always kept the priorities of what should be as the students. You've always put the students as your first priority. And you have always put all students and all learners and brought many good programs and many good things to the school. And I want to thank you for that and wish you luck.
Anyone else from the public? Please state your full name and town, please.
Michelle Gordon in New Milford. My son is out of district, and he, at his last IEP meeting, we identified that he needs to get reevaluated. I also requested that he gets a neuropsychological evaluation. I was told that it has to be board approved, so I wanted to confirm that indeed the neuropsychologist needs to be board approved and find out what I can do to get a person that I identified onto the agenda. So that she can be approved.
I just want to, this part of the open to the public is for items on the agenda. At the end of our meeting, it's
Okay.
related to what you're saying. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. And also because it is a private matter and it's confidential, we wouldn't be discussing it in public. We can reach out to you privately.
Can I follow up with you tomorrow, Ms. Gordon?
Anyone else from the public? I seek a motion to close to the public. Stephanie Coffinger, seconded by Joe Moonam. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, board action. I seek a motion for BA 23-24.39.61, .62, .63, .64, and .65. Need a second? Paige Ryan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm opposed to 2324.65.
Thank you. What's this?
Can I just understand the reasoning?
You're asking me why?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because the presentation yesterday from the two groups, you weren't in attendance, so I just want to know if you understand what they were going to do.
Yeah, I think I've made myself familiar with it. I'm opposed to spending, since you asked, I'm opposed to spending $12,500 on a search firm without us having first advertised it ourselves and see what we get. I think that it's an expense that we very well may need, but I don't think we've gone through the process to determine that we actually do need it.
So I kind of want to bring up because we did have the presentations, and just for the public to understand that what the search firm actually would do, because there was one thing there was many things that were discussed, but amongst which is a lot of putting that advertisement out there would be at no cost to the district, so that funding would be around a lot of the administrative and other coordination with the public, and having the meetings with the public, have the meetings internally with staff and other stakeholders, coordinating all of that, gathering up the information, when the resumes come in, gathering up the resumes, sorting them out, not filtering them, not making it so we don't see them, but sorting them out based on the criteria that we set, and saying these all meet the criteria, these are close to the criteria, these don't meet the criteria. We would see every resume, but we would be able to have that help to do that. Without that type of work would have to be done by individuals. It's very difficult as a 9-member board to get all of our calendars together. And this is something that we've all decided is a priority, and we need to keep this moving as quickly as possible. And just being able to get us all together at one meeting is extremely difficult. So for me, all of the things that were said, it was a lot of those things around the search firm. So it's not so much that someone's going to come in and look at resumes and tell us who's a good choice. We'll still do that. It's around the administrative stuff and making sure that everything is happening as quickly as possible, as organized as possible, and keeping us all on task as a group of 9 people who have very busy schedules and very, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it is an investment in making sure that we get this done quickly and efficiently and correctly and engage all the right people for the public. So I just want to make sure that it's just not yes, no, and then it's left to the public to decide why did we say yes or no. So,
Yeah, well,
I just wanted to put it out
I
there.
respect and appreciate your viewpoint. I would hope that you would respect and appreciate mine as well, and that, you feel that it's an expenditure that's worthwhile for those reasons, and I don't.
That's okay. It's not a question of what you feel or don't feel. I just want to make sure we put it out there, the reasoning, so that it's not guessed and supposed what's meant.
Understood.
John?
Yeah, and just in response, Mr. Luna, to your comment, last night was the meeting or that process to determine if we needed that, they need to make that expense, and the folks that were here determined that it was.
I understand.
Andrew?
And just for the record, I do have to abstain from the vote on the search firm due to conflicts.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to make any comments? No? Okay. Educational Programs and Curriculum Committee, Stephanie Coffinger.
I make a motion to seek approval for C 23-24.27, .28, and .29. I need a second.
Nicole Dunn, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, personnel recommendations. Having the recommendation of the superintendent, I seek a motion for P 22-23.16, P 23-24.62, P 23-24.79, .82, .83, .84, .88, .89, .90, .91, .92, .93, .94, .95, .96, .97, .98, .99, and with regret, .100. I take a motion, I need Stephanie Coffinger before we can get a second.
I need to add in a resolution, P 2324.101, and that's the approval of an employee whose name is on file with the superintendent consistent with the notice provision in the employee's contract.
Okay. Roll call.
Mr. Albro,
Yes.
Mr. DeCosta,
Yes.
Ms. Coffinger,
Yes.
Mr. Lombardi,
Yes, except I need to abstain from .79 and .99 due to conflict.
Mr. Luna,
Yes.
Ms. Ryan,
Yes.
Vice President Dunn,
Yes.
President Gomez.
Yes. Finance and.
Can I?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Did you just- So because I didn't make a comment yesterday, I just want to make a comment today that Ms. Tambucio is irreplaceable. So, and I have 3 children, and only one of my children had her, and I still felt it. So just what she's done for this district, what she's done for the children of this district, what she's done in programming in this district, the opportunities, I can't imagine ever being able to replace her, and I just want to make sure that she is aware of just how appreciative those of us that have any contact what to do with this district know. And we really do appreciate her. And I hope she comes back and brings lots of soups and dishes and stuff for the bowls, the night, the
Yes, that's
fundraiser
right, she
there.
makes soup.
She does make delicious food.
She's known to do a spaghetti dinner or two as well.
Mhm. So, just everything, and for those that do or don't know, the Holocaust study tour was all her. She brought this here to the district, from a district that she was in before, so that wasn't that she made it up, and it has been her the whole time, and the endowments and everything that these students, and every single student that comes back always has changed. So, I just want to say thank you, publicly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finance and Facilities Committee. Cheryl's not here tonight. Joe, do you want to?
Sure. I seek a motion, I'd like to make a motion for F 23-24.148, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159, 160, 161, 162, 163, 164, 165, 166, 167, 168, 169, 170, 171, 172, 173, and 174.
Need a second? Andrew Lombardi, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I also want to just thank the Alacio family for their donations.
Yes.
Yes. And the donation, I think we got from the
Oh,
lumber too. I think,
And the
all
lumber donation
donations.
from Kukin Brothers.
Athletics and Co-Curricular Committee, Nicole Dunn.
Seek a motion for AC 23-24.15 and .16. And before we second it, I just want to thank Mr. Brigadali and Mr. Waldron for volunteering their services to get this intramural program running for this season.
Second.
Paige Ryan, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Of course.
I just want to add something to the athletics and co-curricular committee portion. I spoke with Mr. Riccardelli today. He has two young ladies from the flag football team who will be attending, I was going to say Giant Stadium, MetLife Stadium, for the Jets event tomorrow for the flag football. And he is expected to receive a donation from the Jets in the amount of $2,000. He's supposed to receive that tomorrow. So should that happen, then we will have the costs of the officials covered, and then it will be free to the girls, the student athletes. So he did tell me that I could share that today because he anticipates receiving that check tomorrow, and then once he does, we can officially accept the donation at the March meeting.
Okay. Danielle, so you said that it would be free to the girls, so that $75 number that we were talking about, that would...
The $2,000 would cover the cost of the refs, and there is no additional cost to insurance, as Stephanie told us yesterday. So therefore, if we get that check tomorrow, it will be free to the players.
So that's wonderful, that we're able to find a way to make that happen this year.
Yeah, I think badgered them quite a bit.
Good.
I also just want to thank the board members and the athletics committee who really, kept fighting for this, as well as community members, and in the end, if it all works out, it all worked out. So I just want to thank everyone who contributed that.
That's great.
Okay, any old business? Any new business? Paige?
So, is it okay if I speak now? I don't know if I can speak now. So I will say this, those of you that know me know that I have a very strong mind and I can speak very clearly on certain topics, but when I talk about a person, it all goes out the window. So I may seem emotional, but it's mostly because I was trying to think of the right words to say this in a way that would not sound like I was emotional, because I'm happy for Danielle that she'll be able to spend more time with her family, and be closer, and because in the end, family's first. So in 2010, your position at the time, which was Director of Curriculum and Instruction, was on the chopping block, meaning that you just wouldn't have been hired. So there was superintendent, assistant superintendent wasn't going to be there, and they said, we just won't do it for the year, well, let's put it off. And I was in the public at the time, and I was part of those budget meetings, and there was a lot of, the mayor and council had to cut the budget, or it's the standard of how it went, and I didn't speak against your position, but I didn't understand why they couldn't wait. I didn't know you, I didn't know anything about it, I was in the public. Then I got onto the board, and I saw that I was wrong. Like how important that role is, your role. And, prior to that, my children were young, so the curriculum was what it was, but it needed attention, and it wasn't getting it. And until you took the role, I don't think anyone really realized how little attention it was getting. And so you came in, and you helped to correct that, update the curriculum to the state standards, to whatever standards the state decided to set, Common Core, whatever we wanted to call it, all the testing and everything, and did all those things. We saw the growth of programs and the improvement in student achievement, and then your recommendation of bringing Lauren on as supervisor of, in the elementary schools, but really her main role was to align the reading programs in all of the grade levels in both elementary schools, because you could be in one first grade in the building and another first grade in the building, and your learning was different. Or You could be in the second grade in Gibbs and the second grade in Berkeley, and your learning was different. So that was the main thing. And also along the way, Readers, Writers Workshop and everything there. So together, you really just brought the reading and writing program to where it needed to be. Continued to focus on those things. Then also, along the way, you developed programs at the high school, coursework, focusing on the student as a whole person. You did SEL before it was cool. So pre-COVID, before people really started to think about the social and emotional learning and the component of that and how important it was to the student as a whole person. So, we were in the forefront there. And then the academies, which has grown, I don't know the numbers, but I do know that it's grown from being something that a student could do as an extra thing, some of them didn't get it, to now students are regretting that they don't apply because of all the opportunities they can get as being part of the academies. And so you, again, increase the programs and the coursework, the day of coding, the day, like, I was trying to remember the one where we did through the
Days
whole
of
district.
Maker Jam.
The Maker Jam. Yeah, we did Maker Jam for a few years, and the students were doing those things, and all the things that were done then were just bringing our tiny little town into a place where your children could come and learn. If what they wanted to learn, it would be there. And I'll remember, I'm going to try to say this one without getting choked up, that you always used to say, would I want this for my child? And I think to me that's the most important thing. And it's not just about you, it's about my child, and that's probably why I'm getting a little choked up. Because each one of us, that's all we really want. I always say, I judge you by how you treat my children and not how you treat me. And someone can be an awesome person, but if you're not good to my child, I want nothing to do with you. And vice versa. People can not like somebody, but they're good to my child, so I'm going to hold you in high esteem. And your focus on that, your focus on the children, your focus on their experience, as if one of your daughters was here, was really important. And then you left to seek your learning and what you could do to grow. And it was tough for us, but we understood. Just like a parent, you let your child go and you hope they come back, and you did. And unfortunately, you came back at a time that probably was difficult for anybody to take on that role, which was right as schools were coming out of COVID. And you still, Lauren you were familiar with, but you hadn't worked with Stephanie yet, and you had almost a whole new board than what you were familiar with, and a community that was hurting, and a community that was just really angry about everything that had been happening. And so to come into that place was a challenge. And I commend you for still following the path of making sure that the whole child was cared for and focusing on those things. And people might not always like things about the way we do things or someone does things, but I have to say that I don't know that anyone on this board, whenever we speak, would disagree that your focus has always been the children. So I know that the students in your new district will benefit. I know your family will benefit, and I know that eventually we're going to find somebody who's going to take on this role and take care of us the way that we need them to. But you will be missed in that way, and I hope that we continue on the path that you've helped us set for the last, the 11 years that you've been here, but since 2010. So thank you for all that you've done.
Thank you.
It's very much appreciated by me and my family. And many families who are not here this evening. So, thank you.
Appreciate that, I do.
I don't think I could say anything better than Paige, so I'm not going to try, but I just want to say thank you for your commitment and good luck in your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Does anyone else want to say anything?
Nothing can compare to
I know, Paige
I
stole
had
the
something
show.
written, but forget it.
Go ahead. No. Wait, let's go.
I'm just gonna say, I hope on your first day in your new district, you only get halfway here before you realize you've gone the
I
right
went the
direction.
wrong way, yeah.
Sure? All right. Okay, come on.
I wrote
Nicole,
it.
Just do it.
All right.
Just do it.
Sing it like a song.
Oh, yeah.
Read it like a
You
song.
know what? Say it like Mackenzie would say it.
Yes.
Oh, I hope everybody's having a fabulous February so far.
So I like totally, no, I can't do that to Mackenzie.
Totally.
I love it. No,
You're not a good actress.
I just wanted to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude to you for all that you've done, but especially your commitment and perseverance and dedication, like Paige said, to the students at New Milford. Your hard work, your leadership and passion has made a significant difference in the lives of everyone around you. While we are sad to see you go, we are also happy for you in this new chapter of your life. We all know it's always bittersweet to see someone leave to pursue a new opportunity, but it's heartwarming to know that you have left a positive imprint on the lives of the people around you. Your impact will be remembered fondly, but most certainly your presence will be missed here. And I'm sure, like all of us, we wish you the best of luck on your return.
What was that, old or new business? I don't even know where you're at this point.
We were in new business.
That was business, thank you. Okay, open to the public. I seek a motion as outlined in New Milford Board of Education bylaw 0167. Each statement made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes. Anyone in the public have any?
Motion.
Oh, take a motion, sorry. Paige Ryan, seconded by Stephanie Coffinger. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anyone from the public? Okay, I seek a motion to close. Nicole Dunn, seconded by John DeCosta. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any board member requests for additional information? Okay, closed session. It is hereby moved that the Board of Education adjourn into executive session in accordance with the provisions of Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231 PL, for the purpose of discussion and consideration and student matters. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't get to that part, you know. Pertaining to the following subject, student matters. The minutes of the executive session will be made available to the public when the need for confidentiality no longer exists. I seek your motion to go into close. Tony Albro, seconded by Paige Ryan. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?